Fuck, I do seem a lot more tan.
You're hot and tan, bro.
True.
Anyway.
Fuckable, but yeah.
Because he was a Scorpio. Anyway. Hana, wait.
Ichi-san!
Yeah, Ichi-san.
Don't do
Oh my god, you weaves, oh my god.
Ready?
Ichi-san!
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Circus Podcast. You're with Min,
Hello.
Jess,
Hi.
myself, Edouard, and today we're going to be talking about what are some of the things that we've learnt in our early 20s and what are some of the principles that we've taken away. So
Because
we're going
we're
to share.
getting older.
Early 20s, my god.
Early 20s
Ready?
as we head into our mid 20s. So early 20s, we're saying 20, 21, 20, 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
24, 25, 26 is mid. and then
Ish.
Mid-ish. Okay, so in our like 20, 21, 22, 23 like phase
And
of our
kind
life.
of early 24.
And kind of early 24?
Where were we in early 20s?
COVID.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
yeah.
COVID was a huge thing, right? What else
Yeah.
happened? Started working?
Yeah, full time,
Oh,
graduated.
yeah.
I graduated, started
Yeah.
working full-time.
We were at university in our early like 20s, right? Like
Yeah.
very, very like start of 20s.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think we did gap year.
Oh,
Yeah, did you?
No, I didn't do a gap year. I didn't do a exchange either, which I'm very sad about.
yeah, dude, you were.
His grades
You were
are
supposed to
fucking
come with me.
crazy.
To Singapore.
Anyway, so that's the early 20s, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, I guess, one principle each,
Yeah.
and talk a little bit about how it came to be, what's the story behind it, and share that
Yeah.
today.
Great.
Cool. Okay.
Wow.
Anyone super keen to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, let's go!
Let's go, Jess.
Like, my main takeaway is, like, what was it Jet Li who said it? Be like water.
Oh.
Who is it?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, sorry. My bad.
Jet Li is also a person, but I think it's
Yeah.
So, my main takeaway is be like Bruce Lee. Be like water. Because I feel like
I was thinking it was the pub company that said, do you remember the pub ad? It was like, be like water. And like,
no.
Why did you want
Anyway,
to
sorry, yeah, be like water. Be like
Yeah,
water.
be like water. Why? Because not only that I'm a Pisces,
Oh, yeah.
and also during the time where I was in MoMA, like there was this like be like water exhibition. But also there's a lot of things that.
So just, what's the MoMA?
Oh, so I used to work for MoMA, and then
What's MoMA?
the Museum of Modern Art, Uncultured Swine.
What
But anyway, I lived in both Asia and the East and the West,
Mhm.
right? There is kind of this expectation of get your primary education, secondary, tertiary, and then go get a job, get money, buy a house, and everything. Like just tick all the boxes, right? Like, but as I graduated and then took my gap year, I realized that hey, look, it's not easy to just get a job just like that.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like went to different industries. I worked in hospital, I worked in film, I worked in like museums, like private education sector, everything.
Mhm.
And now I'm in tech. I'm in telco now. So I feel like be like water is take things as they are and don't have too much expectations in what you need to do. Like, I need to get a job at this age because of society standards. I think that's just BS because it's more interesting when you take life as it is.
True. Would you say that another way of saying that maybe is to like stay flexible in your thinking?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I was going to be a film producer, and now I'm.
Yeah, I remember when you were during university, you were like, I'm gonna go to film,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm going. I remember those days.
Yeah.
But
Are you still involved with film at the moment? Because you came over with the film crew a couple of times.
Yeah, kind of, but not. I mean, this is as much filming as it gets, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm more on the planning side of it now instead of like on set doing short films and stuff. It's more like ads because I'm in marketing.
Okay. So, let's recap. The principle in one. If you had to summarize a principle in one statement, what was it?
Welcome change.
Welcome.
I thought it was be like water.
Both the same.
She's being like water right now.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sorry. Yeah. It's changing. Yeah, sorry. Flexible.
She's living what she's saying.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you want to go next one?
Yeah, no, because
Okay.
yeah, my one's pretty similar when it comes to changes. Is that I think how society is structured, and like especially in Western societies, or like how urban societies are structured, we are kind of designed in similar ways. Like go to primary school, intermediate, then high school, then you go to uni, and it's that time of the most changes, the high school and the university, and you're gonna get a job. That's the early 20s, at least in the countries we're living in. And I guess if I were to tell myself when I was 20, just turning 20, I would probably tell him that don't be committed into just one thing, but be open to so many things. I guess it's similar to what Jess is saying, essentially.
Yeah.
But to me, it's you don't know what you want yet.
Yeah.
Even though you might think that you know, because I thought I knew, but you still do not.
Yeah.
There's so much thing that this world has to offer, especially if you're not from countryside, you get to expose so many different cultures and so many diversities. Like if you're from countryside, just go be farmer, but like
Hey, there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
Sustain us.
Yeah, I need my rice today.
Actually, New Zealand farmers are different. They're
Rich
pretty
as fuck.
rich as fuck.
They're
with
balling.
assets. They're balling, but like nah.
So is that more of a? So we've talked a lot about like East. Is this more of like a Western sort of thing?
It is. Because
Who you are.
Eastern, there's actually a funny. It goes to a different topic, but anyway. So there was a research.
But also, like, it's kind of funny because when I was working overseas, they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're so real," and I was like, "What the fuck? I'm just being myself, right?" And then that's because there's a societal expectation to act a certain way, but then I obviously like broke from that. But then if you break from that too much, they think you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So there's also like a level of like how much you can be yourself in public comparison to like when you're with friends.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. But what are you like when you want to break those limits?
Sounds like we've got another episode coming. Wait, so you were saying something the East West?
Yeah, because they did like a happiness research, like they asked like subjective research about how people feel, like or how happy you are in your life, and they found out actually Eastern societies, as they are more, in a way, not authentic themselves, but they are situated like different personalities in different scenarios and different like work, like to your partner, to your family. The more different you are, the happier they are. But in Western society, when they done the research, they realized that the more you are consistent in different situations, the more happy they were. Because to them, the authenticity was the most important. But for Eastern society, like Asian countries, more harmony was more important to them. And they were both equally happy, but it's different ways of living, exactly. Right. So I even found out that authenticity is not exactly the universal rule to be happy as well.
I see.
But that was a crazy thing I learned. But I need authenticity. I'm fucking white as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I
You
need
are a banana.
I need my opinion just out there, just being like, yup, fight me, like, oh my god.
Okay.
But sorry, anyway.
Come back to the principle.
Back to the topic, yeah.
One
Because,
statement.
like,
Fine.
I see some people who's getting married when they're like 25 years old.
Okay.
And they're ready to settle and they're pretty serious about it. It's not like they're like stupid or anything. But I feel like it's best to hold off like any big commitments until you're at least 30 or preferably 35. It's not because of the partner or the situation itself.
Marriage is a big commitment. Isn't there an undo button called divorce? Sorry. Half of my friends are married. I shouldn't say this shit.
Footnote, straight to post-prod.
No, but it's because like it's not about the job itself, like what you're doing right now, but it's not about the like a partner that you're about to get married or something, but it's just that you are going to change. And especially at how the society is structured right now, you are probably going to change unless you have settled into like these little villages with no changes. Like currently, like since 1800s after the Industrial Revolution, the times constant technology changes helped us, made us be changes forever. Like population is constantly growing, new technologies, new ways of living. We are at constant changes, only faster than before. And because we're exposed to the change now, because of the whole timeline, I don't think that we even know what jobs will be there in 5 years. We don't even know what kind of people what trend is going to be. Like, like there's like things like Gen Z now, like how they live. It's even a little bit different to what we are.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Apparently everyone's using TikTok now. So even my like grand people are
Really?
using TikTok, and I'm like,
Really?
it used to be a Gen Z thing, right? No,
Really?
it's everyone.
Vietnam, like old people are all like using like live stream. They're like everything, like like just taking TikTok.
Damn.
Like it's changing. Like we thought that TikTok, we at one point we thought Facebook was only our age.
Yeah.
And that has
Old
changed
people
crazy. We moved to Instagram, then we moved to TikTok, and Snapchat. Like we were somewhere there as well.
I don't know where it is
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's only going to change. And yes, if I was in 1600s when all the like everybody was self-sustaining as a kind of like a livelihood model, then probably your older generation advice was probably correct.
So for a future episode, I have a hot take here.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think social media is the new religion.
Yo,
But we can thresh that out on another episode.
Woohoo!
I'm so
So-
excited. I love
So-
this.
just keywords.
So anyway,
The academic in you.
let's wind this all the way back, man, to your principal.
Back to your
principal.
principal.
To your early 20s principal.
Yeah, early 20s,
One line.
especially early 20s. Do not come into anything. Be open-minded to more opportunities and more experiences you get.
Yeah.
TLDR, have commitment issues.
No. Like, I was talking to Kylie. No, shut the fuck up. No. So I was talking to Kylie about this. Kylie was like, you have a commitment issue. And I was just like, no, you cannot say commitment issue. Like, people have some weird conception about commitment issue. They feel like if you don't commit, you have a commitment issue. But people with actual commitment issue cannot commit. That's different.
Oh.
It's like saying that you have a stability issue. You just want to be stable.
Yeah.
Like, that's dumb as a saying. It's like a commitment issue. Like, it's like stupid. Like there are people who actually have problems. Like, even they want to commit, they can't commit. That's commitment issue. So stop saying the fucking commitment issue to people who doesn't want to commit. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's my rant.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna make myself here. Fuck you.
So-
Fuck world.
So having commitment issue is when you can't commit even if you
Want to.
but
Choosing
choosing not to commit
Yeah.
doesn't mean you have a commitment issue.
Exactly. Like, you can't say that, oh, my boyfriend doesn't want to commit to me. Nah, your boyfriend doesn't like you enough. Like, it's not. They don't have a commitment issue. Your boyfriends probably just want to fuck some more people, like, in their life. Like, it's like, just get over it. Woohoo. Anyway, sorry, that's my rant.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Not good ones, but yeah, like, there are plenty.
Well, now they're all filled with microplastics, so what am I gonna do? I'm farm fish.
And he's still using protection.
Remember, kids, use protection, especially in early 20s. Please. That's a commitment. Pregnancy is a commitment.
This needs
Not
an
me.
R18 label.
Yeah.
This needs an R18 label.
All of our episodes need our names.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Can we?
Also, talking about change, like, I feel like Wall-E is slowly becoming a reality.
I mean, the Disney movie?
I think
And
it's going to be.
and honestly, I can't wait. I want to be a fat shit. No, like, listen. First of all, none of them have bodily expectations. They're all fat. Two, they just eat and consume. You don't have to do anything.
I don't want to live like that, man. Nah, dude. My principle is not like that. They're just gonna be depressing ass life.
Who said
if
you're only disappointed about things you know about?
you can
right?
even imagine.
If you're
Yeah,
all
okay.
the same,
Nah.
you'll never be disappointed.
No, if you
Nah.
only live in the society, I guess maybe
Yeah.
you're like disappointed. It's so normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't
no.
know. I don't think I could exist like that. I think, like, if you think about Wall-E, right, you're just a blob sitting in a chair watching something
Oh,
go around. Like, it feels too zombie, like too autopilot.
But a lot of people live like that already.
like I guess I don't know. Is it like I get the feeling that if I was to live like that, I would lose like the self-actualization part a little bit and just feel like a zombie. Like there's no freedom to be like I could be like this, or I could be like this, or I could do that. No, like right. Everyone is sitting in a chair just watching stuff. Is kind of like just like the zombiness.
But think about it. The glass ceiling doesn't exist in that situation. So for like female, Asian, you know, It's a level
The
playing
glass
field.
ceiling doesn't exist because there's no ceiling. That's like saying like, oh nah, it's just life shit. I just kill everyone. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's nihilism.
Maybe that's what I want. Not to exist.
Buddhism.
Zen.
Just don't want anything. It's fine. I disagree with Buddhism, but yeah.
Oh.
You know what? You only get disappointed if your expectations don't meet reality.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
for example, realistically, you can't fly, but you expect that you want to fly, you know, have wings and stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. But if you lower and say like, okay, I can buy a ticket to fly, then
Okay.
that's what it means.
That's
Sorry,
true,
we're
that's
like,
true, that's true. We didn't put because I actually have something that I would want to say about expectations, but I'm not because it's gonna take us down to like wild, not like
True,
wild.
yeah, we're
And
crazy.
it actually is another lesson that I've learned in my early 20s.
Okay.
But okay, I'll share. I'll be brief. But like ever since joining the corporate world, the two words that I hear so much
no!
is
Managing expectation.
Managing
isn't it? Oh my
expectations.
god, that's the curse words of these days.
because that's just on the back of what Jess said, right? Like if people are expecting one thing and you end up delivering something else, they become disappointed, right? But if you promise, I don't know, something more realistic or more online or whatever, or set expectations low, right? Then you create it. Anyway,
that's why you
that's not the
undersell
principle. That,
and over deliver.
That's why in Tinder you just wrote the worst shit about yourself and you get matched and you show the better things. That's how you attract people.
Undersell and over deliver.
Exactly! I'm an alcoholic, I just smoke like, I don't know, fucking like 20 packs a day. And then you just tell them, oh, I have a job. Wow!
Is that how you get your Tinder match?
Mrs. Ray selling himself on here. Like, if you see me on Tinder and you say, I smoke, I've got 2 kids I don't know about, you know, still match with him because he's just withholding all his great qualities.
And then you see him in real life, he's 6 foot.
True!
He's actually on his knees in his photos, and that's why he doesn't seem that tall.
Sorry, but
Anyway,
you're managing expectation,
yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's not the principle that I was going to share.
Yeah.
I think my principle that I want to talk a little bit about was like more in line with, I guess it's kind of like the idea of having more quality friends over the quantity of friends and like leaning into it. If I had to summarize my principle in one statement, it's kind of like lean into the unknown or what you're fearful of. And for me, what that means is, that means I think being closer to people, being failing around people. Like I think, yeah, definitely in the past. Like I just wanted people to see the best side of me. I don't want people to see me, you know, when I was upset, when I was angry, when I was like dealing with failure, when I'm not doing well, because, you know, for a variety of reasons, you know, like, oh, I don't want to look bad, or you know, I don't want to bring the mood down, or whatever.
You're a perfectionist.
Maybe in the past.
I think
Maybe in the past.
you had an A student type.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
exactly what I was thinking in my head.
Well, yeah.
Asian way of living.
Yeah, the Asian way of living. And
The
so,
putting the mask on everything.
Every
and not
day,
being
new
real.
situation,
yeah. So, like, I think for me, like, what's happened is, like, I spent a lot of time with, like, great people like Jess and Ben, and we just come together and we chat shit, right? And
My parents never told me this.
Ben, I'm proud of you.
I'm gonna cry now.
I'm also proud of you.
Oh
but you know, like, just lean into it a little bit. Like, I think so. Here in New Zealand, a lot of people are leaving New Zealand and going to Australia, and like that's something I've been thinking about. But it never really sat like the right decision with me, and I had a realization. I was like, maybe I'm getting too close and comfortable with people. Like I'm showing them sides of myself that I'm really not used to, and it's making me uncomfortable. It's making me feel a little bit afraid, and I'm just like yeeting myself out. And so I've decided that like I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think like I should continue to be in New Zealand and continue to lean into it and just like keep having a great time with like the people that I'm getting closer and closer to, who have like accepted all sides of me, like good and bad. And fuck, like, oh man. So yesterday I was out drinking after work, and we were at the bar. We were at this like table outside, and I stepped on my shoelace and I fell over when I went up to get a drink. I mean, normally, like a previous me would have been so embarrassed, but like we just all had a great laugh about it. We just like carried on, and I was like, wow, that's kind of nice. So yeah.
So if you were to tell your 20s, who just turned 20, Edward who just turned 20, what would you tell them?
Fall on your shoelaces more often. Trip over a banana.
I would say just like show all sides of yourself to the people around you, and hopefully they will like be able to accept and love all that, and also do the same for others. Yeah. And that's what I'd say.
Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
Oh, shit. True. And with that, on that bombshell quote,
Yep.
it's Nissan.